Imagine a toxin inside your home that you cannot see, smell, or taste. It's not mold, it's not carbon monoxide, and right here in Nova Scotia, affecting nearly 1 in 3 households. I'm talking about radon gas, the second leading cause of lung cancer in Canada. It's responsible for over 100 deaths in Nova Scotia every year. Yet, thousands of homeowners have absolutely no idea that the air they breathe in their basement is unsafe. In today's video, we are going to talk about what is radon gas, how to test for it and treat it, and what to do once you encounter this during a real estate transaction. Up next on Halifax Home Guide. Now, before we dive into this topic, if you could do me a really huge favor, and that is subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I post regular content on my channel about the Halifax, Nova Scotia, and Canadian real estate markets, talk about the latest in housing news, buying and selling tips, and more. And I have a goal to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, which I'm currently 40% of the way. So what exactly is radon? Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that is produced when uranium breaks down in soil, rock, and water. Because of Nova Scotia's geology rich in slate and granite, our ground releases significantly higher amounts compared to other regions across Canada. When radon vents into the open air, it dilutes to safe levels. But when it seeps up through foundation cracks, floor drains, and sub-pump pits, it simply gets trapped and builds. Over time, breathing in these high concentrations of radon gas can cause tissue damage in your lungs. Health Canada sets the safe limit at 200 becquerels per cubic meter. Anything above that and you should be taking action. So how do you know if you're in an area that could have potentially high levels of this gas? Well, Nova Scotia actually has an interactive radon map, and it is color-coded depending on the level of risk. Now, if you look at this map, you'll probably be able to tell that Nova Scotia is an absolute hotbed. You may be interested to know that across Canada, over 18% of all homes have unsafe levels of radon. But in Nova Scotia, nearly 37% of homes test above normal levels. In parts like the Annapolis Valley, South Shore, and certain pockets within the HRM, that number jumps up to over half. But here's the catch, you can't rely on the map alone. Radon levels depend heavily on your foundation type, ventilation, and soil pockets. Your neighbor's home could test at completely safe levels, while yours could be over 5 times the acceptable limit. The map does serve as a great guide, but testing is the only way that you will find out for sure. Which leads us to our next segment, inspection and remediation costs. So the good news is that finding out and treating the issue is far more straightforward and far more cheaper compared to dealing with health complications down the road. You can buy a certified 90-day long-term test kit from organizations like Lung NSPEI or from your local hardware store from about $30 to $80. The second option is you could do professional short-term testing, which costs roughly $150 to $300. If your test comes above 200 becquerels, you will need a sub-slab depressurization system. This is a specialized fan that actually sucks up radon gas located beneath your foundation. In the Halifax area, a professional installation typically costs anywhere between $1,500 and $3,000. Once installed, these systems can drop radon levels by 80 to 99%. So what happens if you are buying or selling a home in Nova Scotia and radon gas enters into the picture? Well, I can tell you for sure that in my real estate practice, the topic around radon gas is coming up more and more often. If you are buying, it becomes a little challenging because your standard 90-day test would run way too long for any conditional period. But many professional home inspectors will run a 48 to 96 hour test during your conditional period. If the results come back elevated, don't panic and run away. Use the reading to negotiate. Ask the seller to install a certified mitigation system or request a price reduction and have one installed the day before you move in. So what about if you are are selling your home? Well, it might be a good idea to test your home before you list. If your home has elevated levels, installing one of these systems ahead of time can save potential deal breakers down the road, and also proves to buyers that your indoor air quality is safe. Bottom line, don't let this dangerous gas linger beneath your floorboards. Grab a test kit, check your levels, and keep your home and family safe. Feel free to drop any questions or comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.